Hi interwebs, Girl Germs here with a Search and Destroy gameplay commentary. These are a few clips from a game that was very special to me. On Monday night I did my 400th PUG, and if you saw my last vid, you'll know I put it off for a little while and ended up in public far more than I would have liked, and found the whole experience pretty hideous on occasion. The reason for the clip show, instead of the whole thing, is because PUGs are 6 rounds a side and very long. And also, just in case this is the first time you've seen CG 5v5, the main difference between this and 4s and public is that we have no perks, proficiencies or kill streaks, and there are weapons restrictions too. So it's extremely focused on skill and effective teamwork. To make my 400th even more special, Bactus and I got our PUG admin applications approved the day before. So I got to practice working it on the CG site by adding friends to this PUG, and I'm pretty sure that stuff's going to get old quickly, but it was very cool to be able to do that. Also cool, my dork friends in the game changed their tags to say 400 in the lobby, and that cracked me up for the whole thing. And it was really thoughtful too. At the end you'll see a list of everyone who was in it, and a big shout out and much love to those guys. A couple were missing, namely Bear and Shieldsy, who I fully expect to be in my 500th, you slackers. These snippets I put together here are of some truly epic fails, as well as a couple of snazzy clutches. The first one you saw was my darling captain, darling in quotation marks because he really shit me off. He blocked me and followed me and ended up getting back just a nice little double kill on the two of us. All the while, Dipole, that's my captain, was laughing like a total tard. I really went off at him, like right off at him, and he just laughed more. It's a good thing I love him so much. God, such a fucker. Later on you'll see me and bloody Chopper, we failed the easiest of shots to give away what should have been an easy round to a nice mate of mine. I'm happy for him in a way, because it was a nice clutch, but it was far too easy for him, because we were messing about and being idiots. There's some nice pistol work in there too. I'm finding myself pistol switching a lot lately for close quarters. It's new doing that. I mean, it generally pays off, I just don't understand why I do it. But so long as it works, I guess. Also working on drop shotting less, because I get excited and squeeze. People who play on tactical will understand drop shotting can just happen, but I'm trying to do that less, because I understand it annoys people, even if it does keep me alive a fair bit. Anyway, my team and I have had a huge week of stupid drama and CG site related politics and crap. It's been a lot to handle. As you know by now, I'm not a fan of game related posturing and shit talk, and there's been a lot of that. Also a fair amount of underhanded behaviour and just disappointing levels of immaturity from people that I expected more from. And I think a big reason for the change in attitude is the announcement of leagues last week. A lot of people were surprised that we weren't included. I wasn't, because our lineup is mostly new players together and we haven't proven ourselves yet. But anyway, when the best performing CGO teams got bumped up to CGA, we found ourselves in the top 5 all of a sudden, and many of my teamies who are definitely good enough to play leagues went LFC. One of whom was picked up, so well done, man. Shout out to Chingy, who made it into Made Gaming, and they should do very well. Make sure you like their Facebook. I'll stick a link to that in the description. A really, really nice bunch of guys. But yeah, there were a few relatively new teams with strong lineups who immediately got greedy for ladder position as soon as it was unlocked, and it led to some poor displays of sportsmanship, and I was actually disappointed in the way some people behaved. But never mind, I have a lot of good going on in my gameverse. I can PUG again, and it's school holidays, which means I'm not going to get called for work, so I can play all night for another whole week, and I am loving that. My team have been busy scrimming most nights, and because we've had busy members, I've subbed in almost every time, so there's some tasty bonding going on there. I'm beginning to understand everyone's playstyle and attitude. Yosh and I were in a scrim last night, and we were talking in-game about which of two players on our team were likely to go off strats first and die. It was predictable and just funny. They wouldn't do it in a match, but it was kind of cute that we could call it so accurately. And also good to know that Yosh and I have good chemistry still. When it was just the two of us left, we'd mostly both live because our chatter was good. Tonight we have Black Ops on WMD. I started comp on Black Ops more than a year ago and really love it still. I love that it's hardcore with no minimap, although now that we're used to it, it's really hard to go back to a life without red dots to position danger. Callouts are everything. And last time we got into trouble because people didn't say where they were, let alone what they saw, and often it's really hard to get rounds if you just don't know where the danger is. I'm hoping tonight will go better. Hopefully. Although I know it's going to be fun either way, because they're good guys. And if I'm subbed out, I really want to spec, if the other team will allow it. WMD is just one of my favourite maps for Search and Destroy. It's well balanced, and there's danger just everywhere. And I love that. Those of you who played previous CODs, chuck your fave map and game type in a comment. I'd be really interested to know. And make sure that you check out other Aussie YouTubers, like, sub, share, and I will catch you guys.